All right, welcome to another Splashio client showcase. To get today, I've got Fabio Suarez with me. He's from the Avengers Agency. Let me actually share his website here with you so you can see. He's from Agency Avengers, and great service that he's providing for his clients. We do recommend that you go and check it out. But Fabio got my attention when we were having a bit of a chat on just on our chat on our website, and Fabio said how much he enjoyed using Splashio and how he's doing it for his clients and how much time it's saving for them. And I thought, hey, why don't we jump on a call and have a bit of a chat about it? I'm sure that the Splashio audience would love to hear from Fabio, not only his experience with Splashio, but also what he's doing and how he's helping his clients with Splashio, and maybe there's something that you can learn from it too. So without further ado, I'd love to now introduce you to Fabio. Fabio, welcome to the call.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. I'm happy to be here and be able to share what I do with my agents and how Splashio and the videos has drastically helping my business grow.
It's really awesome to have you on the show. So maybe we can just kickstart with a quick introduction of you and what your business does. What do you do for your clients, and who are you?
Cool. Well, I'm the CEO founder of the Avengers Agency here in the US. I'm currently located in Orlando. And we initially started working with functional medicine doctors. Now we do have physicians, and the last acquisition for our business was actually working with companies that are into investment, passive income, passive investment, real estate investment. And so what we do is basically helping these clients in a couple ways. One, obviously, to grow their client and patient base. But also, with the whole thing that happened in 2020, a lot of those doctors, they're looking to ways to bring their business online. Does it make sense? Building their online business. And we help them building a successful online business. And one of the things that we figured out over time is that most agencies and most people that are working helping this particular avatar, doctors to build their business, were mainly based on building attraction to their website or doing webinars. And what we realized is that the best way for these clients to actually build their business is by building their authority, right? Think about, how many people, I always ask this question to my clients when they start working with me, when they go on a discovery call with me, and I ask them, look, is it safe to say there might be people that live 4 or 5 blocks away from you that, let's say, they want to lose weight and you're an expert in helping people lose weight, but they're going somewhere else just because they don't know you exist, right? So they're right there and they go somewhere, right? So for us, what we do is we realize that a lot of these doctors, they don't have clients or more patients. It's hard for them to grow just because they need more people to know, like, and trust them. So we develop a strategy to get their message to reach into the masses. So we kind of build an authority funnel. So when they start working with us, they are, most of them are kind of a no, right? Because they only have like a group of people, sometimes local people that know them, right? They're not seen as an expert yet. So we kind of navigate them through being unknown to become an expert, to become an authority, and then eventually even becoming a celebrity, right? So we know that, especially in the health industry or in the investment industry, it's not about looking into a Facebook ad and say like, hey, I'm going to trust my health to this doctor. Hey, I'm going to invest $100,000 with this company. They need to develop the trust element, right? So in order for them to develop the trust, we also have to have a certain amount of influence on these people. You're not going to look into a Facebook ad and sign up to get a consultation with a doctor and put your health in their hands if you don't trust them. And one of the tools that we would use very successfully and drastically changed our business is actually using videos, right? Because with videos, and that's where Splashio has helped us tremendously, because in certain things it's really hard to target, to run ads. It's hard. Let's say when we have a doctor where he's specialized in people that have thyroid disease, autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's, right? You can't target those people on Facebook, right? You can't say, hey, if you have thyroid disease, give me a call, or what could this be? You can't do that. But what I could do is I can use a Splashio to, and do a video with a very specific headline. Let's say 3 foods to avoid, for, 3 foods for inflammation, let's say, or the number one testing for thyroid disease, right?
Right.
Number one testing. So I know if nowadays we can track how many people watch that video. So if the video has really good content and they talk about testing for thyroid disease, for Hashimoto's disease, autoimmune disease, and I can see like, wow, 1,000 people watch this video until the end, they're actually raising their hand that they do have thyroid disease, right? Because if you don't have thyroid disease, if you don't have Hashimoto disease, if you don't have, let's say, if it's a video about, weight loss, if you don't need to lose weight, you're not going to watch that video. So when they do that, and because of the headline and the subtitle, so that's position my client, because my client is delivering that content. The headline is what makes people like, hey, thyroid disease, autoimmune disease, Hashimoto's, or chronic fatigue. I have that, so I'm going to watch this video. So they raise their hand, they watch the video because of the headline, and then I can retarget them, to to an appointment, to a webinar, to download an ebook. Because now all of those people that watch this video, they actually let me know that they have that particular pain point. Does that make sense?
That's very powerful. So yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, that's amazing, because I mean, especially when you think about doctors and the medical profession, I mean, that's, the number one thing there is trust, right? Like, you want to make sure that you want to trust your doctor, right? That's one of the most important things for working with these professionals. So, and you're saying that you're using video in particular to help build that trust, but also not only that, but also using this kind of video to get people to raise their hand on a place like Facebook, on the Facebook ad platform, raise their hand, and then you can retarget them for a follow-up message or whatever else, to keep on building that trust and that relationship, right?
Exactly, because now I have a specific target that Facebook or any other platform will not give to me, right? And run video ads is very cheap. So I can get people to watch a full 3 minutes video for less than 10 cents. Some of my videos are 3 cents. So if you think awesome. So I can have 1,000 or 10,000, 100,000 people to raise their hand with a particular pain point, whether it's diabetes, whether it's weight, whether it's chronic fatigue, autoimmune disease, or brain health, brain fog, anything I want. I can use this strategy and find that person. And then when that person comes from that channel, and then they download my ebook, or they sign up for anything else, I know that I can use the email communication with them that is very specific. And that is the main problem that I see with other people, where they post stuff out there and they attract people that are interested in health. And then all of a sudden you're talking to them about diabetes on your email sequence or something else. And then it's almost like you're trying to talk to everybody, you ended up talking to nobody. So what I do is, through those videos, even if the doctor is expert in many different things, which for me, somebody is only an expert if somebody calls them an expert. Expert's a title that you receive from someone else, not from you. Does that make sense? Because how can I be an expert if I haven't helped anybody? Right?
Exactly.
Whatever niche, right? So that's what I tell my clients. No, you're only an expert if you have people that tells you that you're an expert because you help them. So now, even if they decide to work with 3 or 4 different types of avatar or niches, then diabetes can be its own several videos that I can put together with different headlines, thyroid, brain fog. But I know that once they come through each of this funnel, I know that I have to keep my communication consistent. Does that make sense? And then that's why those videos and the headline, they are very, very, very important to establish that point of entry, establish the trust, establish the brand awareness, because more people are going to be seeing my client's face. Right. And that's what I tell my clients, right? So there are 2 doctors they're really popular. You probably heard of them in the US. One of them is Dr. Oz, because he has his own TV show, I think.
We've heard about him, yes.
And then there is another one that's really popular here and within, the clients that I work with, which is called Dr. Mark Hyman. Right.
I think I've heard the name, yes.
Right. So let's talk about Dr. Oz, because I know everybody in the world that's going to be watching this know him, right? So if he were to put a post on Facebook organically and say, hey, click here to set up an appointment with me to speak 15 minutes with me, I can guarantee you he's going to be booked for the next 2 years.
Right. Yeah. It's got a huge audience,
right?
right?
But let's say if somebody that hasn't worked with me yet, or it doesn't have that type of authority, puts the same exact words into a Facebook organic ad or even paid ads, probably going to get much traction at all.
Right.
And that is because in the authority funnel, Dr. Oz is almost like a celebrity or even a legend,
Right.
like a myth, right? And then when people start working with me, they are actually unknown. And so with the video and some others we put together, our goal is to move my clients from being unknown all the way, if they choose to, become a celebrity. They don't have to. As long as they become like an authority or an expert, then that means people already look up to them. And when they start communicating about a possible 15 minutes call to find out if I can help you, then people will be eager to talk to them. Plus, every time we do those videos, the more and more people will listen to it and will pay attention to it, because as your influence and authority grows, people tend to listen more. And people actually tend to believe more than what you say, and they tend to take more action. Right? If I tell you, hey, buddy, you gotta eat an apple a day to, let's say, lower your high blood pressure, you're probably gonna be like, oh, okay, 5, But then if Dr. Oz says that, you're probably gonna eat the apple, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, the power of video is it's incredible that what it can do to help build that trust. And but I think what you're saying is that it's just doing like one video is not good enough. Like if you think about Dr. Oz or any of these people that are like authorities in this space, they've built it over time, right? They've built up that profile over time, and so it's not like a one-off kind of thing, right?
No, not at all. We do several videos. Also because if you just talk about one topic, let's say thyroid disease, there is so many things that, if you just Google thyroid disease, there is so many things that you can be talking about it, right? So many things. But the most important thing that I want to share is that because you can run advertisement for those videos, now you have control on how fast you want to build your authority, how fast you want to build your brand
on your budget, right?
Depends on your budget. As long as your video is very specific and you have good content, and then you put money behind, what money is going to do is it's going to amplify and give you speed. So even with a small budget, you're still going to amplify your message to more people at a certain speed. But you put more money behind the videos, you're going to amplify to more people at a faster speed. But the most important thing is, some of my clients, they go with a small budget. Some of my clients have a really high budget. It's all a matter of speed. But the most important thing is you moving forward from being unknown towards going down the authority funding to become an expert in the eyes of other people, so that they actually want to work with you.
I love that. So when we talked a couple of weeks back, you mentioned that you guys used to create these videos. I think it was in-house, or maybe you had your own team or people to do this work. Tell me, what was that like? What sort of, it sounded like you had some frustrations while you were doing that, because it's not a simple process, right? It's quite a tedious sort of process. But tell me a bit more about the struggles that you had with it.
Yes, I heard of you guys like a while back, and I had 3 video editors in my team. Actually 2 that were pretty much more like full-time. And when I heard about Splashio, and I'm like, okay, you know how it is, right? Sometimes you kind of judge things before you even get it that deep into it. And I felt like, well, I have my in-house, my people in-house. I mean, they can call them all the time. It's like it's right here. But that comes with a price. I mean, literally a price that you have to pay. But also, my frustration was that number one, it would take a long time, because even though they're working for me, let's say full time, they are not only working for me, right? They're working for me, and they're obviously working for the agencies as well. Plus, I had to have a proofreader that I can't. So the workflow was very slow, right? So we would get the videos from our clients. I have somebody that would manage our, like Trello, ClickUp platform, and would take those videos and dump those videos into a place where they can be transcribed, right? So we can get the words
Right.
out of the videos, right? But then that's what kind of like an AI platform was never perfect. So
Right.
that
Right.
means even though I was paying for that service, I would still have to pay for a human being, which is a proofreader, to go through that stuff and proofread all that text now for so that it could go to the video editor. Then the video editor will take that file and then he would, put it in the video so there's the subtitle there, right?
Right.
But
Yeah.
then that video have to go back to the proofreader because even doing this, there was always something
Yeah.
like
Almost a little mistake or something, right?
sometimes it's words. Yeah. So sometimes it's the way the words were laid out. Sometimes the type of fonts was not consistent. Sometimes there was actually a misspelling on something that was already fixed before by the proofreader. So there was another
Right.
point in the process that we needed quality control. And
Yes. Right.
then that would go back to my social media manager. Then we would have a copywriter that would write the post copy for the video.
Okay.
Then we would have to send everything to the client. Then the client would have to approve back to the social media to post on Facebook. So this entire process,
Mm, mm.
honestly, would take like literally like, because obviously there's delays, right? Sometimes the review, it's like there was a mistake here, we got to redo it. And then when it goes to the clientele sometimes is not going to review that on the same day. And then sometimes the client reviews, it's like, oh, I don't like the skin color, like the skin color, like, there's little things that can make a simple process like this that you guys do in less than 24 hours. It can take 15 days.
Yeah. Well, we understand the pain, because we had to do it ourselves first, right? And we had to set up the team and the systems and that sort of thing. And so I definitely hear you very loud and clear. It's a very tedious process. And I mean,
Yeah.
even for us, it's still a tedious kind of a process. But, we've been able to optimize the process because we do it for so many different clients. But I totally hear you. If you're just trying to do this on your own, you've got your own team there. They're not necessarily dedicated to this one task. They've got other work to do as well. And so this is, I mean, I think you mentioned that this kind of work would sort of take them away from the other work you really want them to be doing, right?
Yes, and that was a big, like, let's say, my copywriter was actually doing most of the proofreading, right? And then I feel like
Ah,
that doesn't even align, right? Because a copywriter
mm,
should be doing copy for my clients
right,
and not
right.
just proofreading. And it was just a stressful situation that, it becomes very stressful sometimes when things are going back and forth and you have 4 or 5 people stuck in one process. It's almost like I had a little splash agency inside my agency, and then it's like that doesn't make sense.
Right.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
video is one of the main things that we use to market our clients, but the video itself also needs a marketing, strategy behind, like I explained in the beginning of this process, right? So we do
Right.
all the things for our clients. We post, we do emails, we do webinars. I mean, the videos we use for the attraction, but we have several things that we have to do, and then the whole video production was taking a big chunk of our time,
Mm,
where
mm.
some of the other things that we needed to do to actually get clients and phone calls booked was kind of I wouldn't say, I don't want to say that was affected, because we always manage it. We always get very success, like really our clients are very, really successful. But it played a human token because it's the
Mm.
time
Yeah,
that was consuming in this process. Does that make sense?
totally. Yeah. So how did you find out about Splashio, and what was it that what was it that made you take the leap? Because I mean, there's like you mentioned trust before. Like it's same for us. When people look at the Splashio service, there's a certain, I guess, leap of faith that people have to take. But what was it that made you, maybe who introduced you, or how did you find out about Splashio? But what was it that also made you take that leap and to decide, yeah, this is something I want to try out?
Oh, well, okay. So Number one, let me just share about this first. So I was skeptical about it because I didn't believe that you would have that would be like 100% guaranteed somehow, like close to 100%, right? 100%, like most of my videos are 100% like coming really, really good the first time around, like the way exact the way we want. But I tried so many of those AI services that do transcription and stuff, and it was always have to come back and go through the proofreader a couple times, that I didn't believe that this process was actually accurate. I was
Right.
thinking that perhaps
Interesting.
I was paying a ton more money for something to kind of like get the same type of results that I get with my team in just a short amount of time, but it's still being a headache to go back and forth. So that was one thing, right?
Right.
So, and then I felt like number two is I like my stuff to be custom. Like, I don't want my clients to feel, because I claim that my agency is more of like a boutique agency, right? I don't have 100 clients. I accept only 15 clients at a time. They sign up
Right.
on a subscription program, and then because we're not focusing in getting them, we focus in building their successful business over time. We want a successful business, not a successful funnel, right? So when I look at the stuff, I'm like, oh, there's no way that the stuff is gonna be, I'll be able to customize this, right? So one of my clients, he's a customer. His name is Sachin Patel. We actually got this Chukama Club award here in the back, working
I
together.
saw his name back there. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So we got another one that just came in like a couple weeks ago. It's right here on the floor. And he has a mentorship program. He introduced this to the mentorship. I was still very skeptical. And then I gotta be honest with you, the headache, because I wanted to provide better quality, but I want a speed, I want a more time freedom for my people, my team, to be able to do other things that is very important for the agents to get more results for my clients. I want to scale, right? I want to scale the results for my clients. And then I'm
Exactly.
like, I'm just gonna take a leap of faith. I have nothing to lose. He was actually a partner or an affiliate with you guys. I'm like, Sachin, I'm just gonna give it a try, right? So I got his link. I sign up and I try it. It was like a 7-day trial, and I didn't know how custom, like so many things that I could custom. Then I start playing with it because obviously now I already know what my pain points were before. And then I start playing with it myself. I didn't even have my team involved. I'm like, dang, And then I saw the video on your landing page. They have different colors on the headline. There's all these other things. I'm like, no, he can't do that here. And they're like, yes, he
Right.
can. And what I like about it, there's a little box here that's like, hey, if you need some extra things here within, the scope of this project, we can do it for you.
Right.
So
Right.
it was not, I wasn't talking to a robot. I was talking to somebody that can actually do some little things that I would have to, assign somebody to direct that with my team. I can have one person come here and write down this comment what they want.
Absolutely.
So
Yep. Yep.
plus every client that I have a specific color palette, right? Every client,
Right.
it's so my clients is focused on the green, the specific blue, very specific, color, scheme, right? And I'm able
Right.
to do that as well.
Right.
So every one of
Right.
my clients, if you watch the video, that call, it's that client.
Right.
Plus,
Yeah. So being
I
being able to put all their branding elements and their branding colors and their logo and that sort of stuff, so you can customize it 100% for that.
and background music.
Yes, background music too. Yes.
So especially if you're doing some videos that are more of testimonial videos that you want to, struck a chord with people that are watching. I mean, music has a very in, important connection in terms of the emotion of that person. People take action by emotion first, then logic later, right? So music also
Absolutely.
helps. So there are several elements that I didn't know that I was able to custom in your process. And the interesting thing is, if I were to give to my video editor, my two video editors, like 15 videos, I mean, it will have to do one by one.
Right.
Like how
Right.
many, like literally here on you guys, I've done 15 videos and I'll see the 15 videos the next day.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a no-brainer. Like, it became a no-brainer, right? Because I can still use the artistic value of my designers, because my designer actually designed the branding for every single video. So every client that I have a specific design for their videos, 3 or 4 different templates that it's actually saved in Splasho. So every time my team goes in there to dump a video in there to be edited, we can pick a design that we actually custom for our clients, and then the video is done on the next day with that particular design, template that it's already saved, the branding template that it's already saved in your system.
Yeah, that's it. That's certainly something we've been focusing on, is being able to, allow you to submit more than one video at a time and get them all back the next day. So for someone like you who's running an agency, I think that's really ideal. And then also being able to save different profiles, or I think we call them themes, right? So saving a different theme for each new client, or multiple themes for each new client, to give you that ability to quickly change to a different theme instantly. You just upload the video and you're ready to go.
Yeah, and you think about it, like for us, we can do between 25 to 40 videos per month now. And when I say 25 to 40 videos, I'm talking about Facebook. But then if you do Instagram, IGTV, that would double, right? Because the same video in a different format.
Right.
So let's say you're talking about 50, 60 videos per month. If I have 2 designers working on this, 2 video editors working on this, like how long will it take for them to mainly, like literally putting this together? It's not going to be 24 hours. It's not going to be a week. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a really good while.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I have proofreaders that will have to proofread 24, 50 videos, which is a copywriter. I have all these places where we have to transcribe these videos. If you think about it, when you scale this, it becomes a pretty huge burden for us.
Absolutely. Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it's great to hear that we can help you with that sort of thing, because that's exactly, at least one of the main reasons we've set up this service, is to help clients like yourself to be able to just take that pain away. I mean, there's it's like there's this sort of unnecessary pain that you don't have to have in your business, and being able to get rid of it really quickly as well. It's a big part of what we do. So that's really wonderful to hear. As we're heading towards the end of this little call, Fabio, I want to ask, what is your most favorite thing about Splashio?
My most what?
Your most favorite thing about Splashio?
Oh man, I can't say just one thing, right? So, man, I can name in one line like different things. Number one is if you're watching this and you're not using videos for your marketing strategy, you have no idea what you're missing out. You have no idea. So, and if you decide to do videos, I've done this for many years. I haven't found any company or any services or any means to get this done better than Splasho. That better than you guys. That's, I'm being honest, right? So number 3, there's so many things. Number 3 is I need some help with customer service, and all of a sudden you just show up in that chat and start chatting with me and help me. So it's like people that care about the service. So like people really care about, our feedback. I mean, we're here chatting about this. So that for me was like, wow, that's not something that we see very often. People that really care, really passionate about what they do. So I'm very well connected with that. Number 4, it's probably one of the biggest one. It saved me time and money and headache. Right?
Yep,
time, money, and headache. So, and not only for me, it saved time for me and the people around me, save money for me. That's for me because I'm paying everybody, and the headache on everybody, and the back and forth, which exhaust. It makes you exhaust. It's tiring to go through that process every single month, because we do this cyclically. It's a cycle. We do this every single month for our clients. Right. So if you compound this within a year, within a couple months, you have no idea how much money we're saving, how much time we're saving, how much headache it has gone away through that process. And it's simple to use. It's, it's very fast. I mean, I can go on and on. And I think those 4 or 5 things there,
that's fantastic.
They're on top of my head, like those 4 or 5 things. Yeah.
Brilliant. No, thank you for that. Really appreciate it. So if someone's watching this now or listening to this, and then maybe they're sitting on the fence, about whether they should even just take the trial, the free trial that we have available, what would you say to them?
Well, I was in their shoes before, right? And then if I look back, the amount of months that I held back from make that decision to actually try. I mean, I had nothing to lose a couple months ago because I believe you guys gave me back then. I'm not sure when they watch this video how it's going to play out, but it was about 7 days trial, and I could do about 2 or 3 videos. That if I would have take that leap of faith because I had nothing to lose back then, how much time I would have saved, how would, like all the headache, all the stuff that I already shared in this video, so it doesn't cost anything. Actually, it costs anybody that's watching this money, time, headache. I not at least give this a try, free of charge for a couple of days, whatever days it is. So that's what I can tell people. If you're on the fence, why would you be on the fence? And I'm sharing my experience because I was on the fence, and I think I was very stubborn about being on the fence because I should have done this a long time ago.
Good on you. Yeah, we still have that free trial available at the moment. You can get your first, 4 videos of the under 5 minutes long, done totally free. It's a 7-day free trial, and then if you want to continue, you just stay on, and you start getting you start paying for the service after 7 days, and you keep getting new credits every month. So depending on which plan you're on, of course, with how many credits. But yeah, we still have the free trial available for now. I'm not sure how long we'll keep it for. We're planning some different offers in the future, but for now it's still available for sure. Fabio, just to finish off with, I think people would love to find out more about you, and I think obviously they can already see that you're a real person, but I think they probably want to make sure that you're a real business as well, right? So I think I got the name of your business wrong before at the beginning. It's Avengers Agency, right? So, and it's
yes.
Let me go to the website actually. So avengersagency.com. If you go there, you can find out a bit more. Is that the best place where people can go, or is there another place where people can find out more about you too?
Yes, because that's a place where they can read a little bit about me, about the agency. I mean, we have over now 5 international awards helping our clients. When I say 5 international awards, I'm talking about helping our clients go over $1 million in a year and in profit. Yeah. So that's the best place because everything that we do is very custom to our clients. So it's not like you're going on the website and can, okay, how much is this package? How much is this other package? No, you go on the website to set up a call with me, and then I'm going to go and chat with you personally, chatting with you about your business, and develop a game plan on how we can help you, like we helped other clients as well. And just knowing that we're a small agency, we don't take a lot of clients. We're very picky with the clients that we work with. We want to focus. You will be the right client for us if you want to build a business, not a funnel. We want to build a business, scalable business, and a long-term business for you.
Brilliant. That's awesome. So everybody, if you're interested in what Fabio is doing, go on over to avengersagency.com and check it out. And I'm sure Fabio would love to hear from you if you're interested in what he's got to offer. Fabio, thank you so much for being on this call. I know sometimes it can be a bit awkward for people like me asking questions about Splasheo, but you did a fantastic job, and really appreciate all the wonderful feedback. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm thankful for putting this together, man. I'm sharing from my heart what I feel about you guys, and I'm doing this because I really appreciate it, and I want you guys to be very successful. More people reach more people hear your message, and be able to grow your business through your services. You're doing a great job, man.
Thank you so much, Fabio. Talk to you soon.
Take care.